Hello friends, greetings of the day. Welcome to the online session of Business Economics. In this session, we are learning chapter number 1, that is nature and scope of business economics. And chapter number 1 has two different units. Out of that, we are learning unit number 1, that is introduction to business economics. Now let us learn the subject matter of economics. Economics is divided into two different types. One is microeconomics and another is macroeconomics. Now, the word micro is derived from a Greek word mikros, and which means small. Once again, do remember this. Micro is derived from Greek word mikros, and micros means small. Same way, macro is derived from Greek word macros, and macros means large. So when we are studying the small parts of the economy, it is considered as microeconomics, and when we are studying the large parts, or we can say the aggregate aspects of economics, aggregate means the total holistic aspects of economics, it is considered as macroeconomics. So micro means small and macro means large. Microeconomics is basically the study of the behavior of different individuals and organizations within an economic system. So out of the total economic system, when we are studying an individual or we are studying an organization, individual or organization are the small parts of the whole economic system. So when we are studying the small parts of the whole economy, it is considered as microeconomics. Whereas in case of macroeconomics, macroeconomics is the study of the overall economic phenomena or the economy as a whole rather than individual parts. So when we study individual parts, it is microeconomics, but when we study the whole economy, or we can say the overall economic phenomena, it is considered as macroeconomics. So individual aspects will fall under microeconomics, but aggregate aspects or total aspects or the whole economy will fall under macroeconomics. Now what will be considered in microeconomics? These are the different points or topics that we study under microeconomics. First is product pricing. When we want to decide the prices of a product, it is an individual aspect, or prices of a product is considered as small aspect, it is in microeconomics. Then consumer behavior, when we study the behavior of consumers, it is again microeconomics. Factor pricing, factor prices, here we mean factors of production. So the prices of factors of production, so for example, land, the price of land is rent. In the same way, labor, price of labor is wages, price of capital is interest, and price of entrepreneur is profit. So the prices of these factors of production is also under microeconomics. Economic condition of section of people, when we are studying the economic condition of particular class of people, that is also a small part of the economy, and as a result it will fall under microeconomics. Then study of firm, when we study the production of a firm or the profit of a firm or revenue of a firm, that is also under the small aspects, and as a result it will be in the microeconomics. Then location of an industry, industry is a small aspect as compared to the whole economy. So when we are studying the location or place of the particular industry, it will also be in the microeconomics. Then what are the matters in macroeconomics? The first one, national income and output. When we study the national income and output, national income, it is the holistic aspect, it is income from the whole nation, so it is macroeconomics. General prices means the prices in the overall economy, that is inflation or deflation. Inflation increases the prices in the whole economy, deflation reduces the prices in the whole economy. So when we are studying the price level in the whole economy, it is in macroeconomics. Then balance of trade and payment. Balance of trade and payment, it is the accounts of export and import. So when we are studying about the accounts of export and import, it is also for the whole economy, and that is why it is also included in macroeconomics. Then external value of money. External value of money means exchange rate. So exchange rate is determined for the whole country, and that is why it is also in the macroeconomics. Then savings and investment. Savings by the whole economy and investment in the whole economy, this is also in the macroeconomics. And then employment and economic growth, the total rate of employment or unemployment and total rate of the whole economic growth, these all are for the whole economy, and that is why they are in the macroeconomics. Now one more point that you need to remember is that can be asked in MCQ. Another name of microeconomics, another name of microeconomics is price theory. Once again, do remember, another name of microeconomics is price theory, and another name of macroeconomics is income theory. Once again, microeconomics is also known as price theory because under microeconomics we decide the prices of product, or we decide the prices of factors of production. So basically microeconomics considers the prices of production, that is why it is known as microeconomics price theory. And macroeconomics is known as income theory because under macroeconomics we focus on the national income and output, so macroeconomics is considered as income theory. And then nature of business economics, it means we are going to learn the characteristics of business economics. How does business economics appear, or what are the different characteristics of business economics? The first one, business economics is a science. Now when we talk about science, anything will be considered as a science when it has cause and effect relationship. When anything has cause and effect relationship, it is considered as science. So economics is also science because it is also having cause and effect relationship. Say for example, if we talk about law of demand, law of demand says that when price of a product increases, the demand of that product will decrease. So increase in the price is a cause, whereas decrease in the demand is the effect. So there is cause and effect relationship, and that is why it will be considered as science. So business economics is also a science because it has cause and effect relationship. Then based on microeconomics, as we know that business economics considers several aspects of microeconomics: law of demand, law of supply, law of production, law of cost. These all are under microeconomics, and these all principles will be included in business economics. So we can say that business economics is based on microeconomics. Then it also incorporates the elements of macroeconomic analysis. So it is including micro as well as macroeconomics. If we talk about macroeconomics, national income, this is also related to the business. A business must know about the national income. employment and unemployment rate, that is also macroeconomics. A business must analyze the rate of unemployment. Besides that, the foreign exchange rate, the foreign exchange falls under macroeconomics analysis. Business needs to make the analysis of foreign exchange also. Foreign direct investment, that is also under macroeconomics, and business must know about this foreign direct investment also. So several aspects of macroeconomics are also included in business economics. So we can say that business economics considers microeconomics as well as macroeconomics. Besides that, business economics is an art. Now we studied here that business economics is a science. Anything will be considered as a science when it has cause and effect relationship. But it is also art. Art means application of the science. Science teaches us the theoretical aspect, whereas art teaches us the practical aspect. Science teaches us the principles or policies, but art teaches us how to apply that principles and policies into the real life. So science is theoretical, whereas art is practical. So business economics is practical in nature because all those principles that we have learned here in the science that need to be applied in the day-to-day life of a business. So business economics is a science as well as it is an art. It uses the theory of market and private enterprises. Market enterprise, that is public sector enterprise, and private sector enterprise. So business economics is applicable to the public sector enterprises as well as to the private sector enterprises. It is not so that it is applicable to the private sector only. It applies to all the kind of businesses, whether they are public sector or they are private sector enterprises. Then business economics is pragmatic in approach. Pragmatic means practical in approach. It means that we need to apply all the principles practically in day-to-day decision making of the business. Only learning the principles or learning the policies is not enough, but all the principles or policies that we have learned in the economics, they will be practically implemented in the day-to-day decision making of the business. That is why it is considered as pragmatic in approach. Pragmatic here means practical in approach. And then it is interdisciplinary in nature. As we know that business economics is not only one subject, it is interdisciplinary, or we can say multidisciplinary. Multidisciplinary means it includes several subjects. As we know that business economics includes statistics, mathematics, research, operations research, decision making theory, break even analysis. All these kind of aspects or all these subjects are included in the business economics. That is why it is considered as interdisciplinary. Interdisciplinary means including several subjects. So business economics includes several subjects. Then business economics is normative in nature. Now there are two types of science. Here we learned that business economics is a science. Now science can be of two types. It can be positive science as well as it can be normative science. Positive science answers the question what is, whereas normative science answers the question what should be or what ought to be. It means that when we talk about the present situation, it is positive science, but when we talk about the future situations, or we talk about the suggestions, or we talk about the ideal situations, it is normative science. So business economics is a normative science because business economics does not focus on the problems, it focuses on the solution of the problem. It does not talk about the questions, Rather, it tries to find out the answers. That is why it is considered as a normative in nature. So business economics is normative science. So these all are the characteristics of business economics. Thank you for now. Bye bye.